Good morrow, Commanders. Tunnel Safety Commissioner here. It appears the Radicoida are sprouting, and it's our job to collect their seeds, to bring them back for analysis. Nothing could go wrong with that, right? Well, if you've been struggling to figure out a good loop for collecting these seeds, I have just the tutorial for you. So strap in, fire up that frameshift drive, and get ready to collect. First, there are a couple things you will need for this journey. You're going to need a Maverick Suit. It does not have to be grade 5. You need a weapon of some sort. I suggest the Manticore Tormentor, but you can also use the Executioner. I'm using the Intimidator here. Either one works, but just something to pop those pods. You can do this in an Artemis suit. You have a much higher jump range. I personally don't. I want the greater backpack capacity that the Maverick suit has. It's really not that big of a deal to jump a little bit more just to get, the extra capacity. And the site we're going to be going to, I can usually perfectly fill it up at 40 before I come back and do the loop. Our journey starts in HIP 87621. This is where the community goal is, and you need to get here. It's about 400 light years outside of the bubble, give or take. And upon coming in, make sure you do a honk real quick. Perfect. And let's find out where we need to go. So you're going to be heading over to Exogene Sciences. It is an asteroid station, not too far from the star. We're going to head over there into that asteroid field, and we're going to pick up the community goal. Dropping into this asteroid field in just a moment, and we'll be able to see this beautiful station. Here it is. Oh, it came in on the opposite side. You're going to come in, request your docking, fly in here, and we'll accept the community goal. Alright, we have landed. Let's refuel. Check our starport services. Now, I've already signed up, but where it will be, for those who don't know, is in the mission board. You go up to community goals, and right here, the Radicoida Unica Seed Pod Recovery Initiative. And at the bottom, on the right side over here, you're going to see the sign up button. Click that, and you'll get in. Once you have accepted the community goal, you may then back out all the way, and we can launch and go to our destination. So the planet we are looking for will be the one right next to the star, the HIP 87621 space 1. And we're going to be looking for the biological site here. So for those that do exobiology, you do not need to scan the planet. You can if you want. It is not required. So let's get a little bit, hopefully, won't just blow straight past it. There we go. So we're going to come to an approach. Make sure in your navigation panel that you have your signal sources on, and you're going to be looking for biological site once we get close. It's going to be the only one on the planet, and unlike the other planets, this one is not going to be too hot, so you don't have to have your shields up. Your battery does not drain as fast, and I'm able to get this loop done in about 5 to 10 minutes. So here's the biological site we need. Let's lock our destination and come in for our approach. This is a pretty small planet, so on the approach, make sure you come in at the correct vector. So coming in, as you can see, it's very blue, but it is in this little alcove, kind of hidden from the sun. Now, I was totally paying attention here and did not smack my ship straight into the planet. I would never do that, Commanders. So we're going to disembark right here in our SRV. You can pick whichever one's your favorite. Alrighty. Basically, all you're going to do is hop out and go grab these pods, and then do this loop and come back in. It's pretty simple. Alright, I will be doing this on keyboard and mouse. Controller is just fine for this, but I find it easier when collecting the seeds, being able to turn fast enough and get them. So all you're going to do is come up here and shoot these. And if they drop, they drop. You're just going to be collecting these Unica seeds. And that's it. My loop that I do is I come up to the middle-ish right side. You can pick the left. Either one's fine. But I loop essentially one side and then come back around the other side, and then I can get in my SRV. I can drop all my stuff off, go to main menu, and loop again. A couple things you have to worry about. Watch out for these claw things. I'm not going to jump in it, but I got stuck and had to go to menu and come back in. Watch out when you shoot these things. They do have this pod-looking thing that just fell off. Ooh, got it before it dropped. If you are close enough, that will hit you, and that will launch you. Now, what I found is there's a couple schools of thought. You can just sit below and shoot up to these things and see if they drop. I haven't really found what's best for that, but regardless, it seems to be pretty quick, whatever you pick. There's going to be, this is what I call kind of the middle section. There's going to be one up here, one down here, another one across, and then one right below. Oh, well, would you look at that? And then one right below here as well. Each pod is going to give you anywhere from 1 to 3 seeds to collect. And we're at 31, so we're almost done. We just got this last section over here, and then we'll be right at our SRV. Right, just took out the last one. All of them fell. As you can see, we actually have 2 extra. Now, I usually just get back in and go to main menu and restart. I'm not too concerned with the last 2. So what we do is go back to the menu, and then we'll load back in. And then once we come in, everything will be reset again. And we just disembark and do the whole loop over again. It's pretty simple. Now, once you are done with collecting however many you want, my first run I spent, I think, an hour, hour and a half. I got 540 of them. Came back and I was in the top 25% when I turned it in. So once you land, you're going to go to Starport Services, and from here you're going to go to your contacts, and this is how you turn it in. Go to Hillary L. Ford, the Science and Research contact. Might be a different name, I don't think so, but you're going to go here. You're going to turn in your Unica seeds. So we're going to turn these in. And then now we can go back to the community goal, check on our contribution status. And there you go. 888 units is what I've contributed. We got 1.7 mil at the time of recording this. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And that concludes our tutorial, Commanders. This took a bit of searching different guides and trial and error from myself to figure out this loop. It's consistent. It's very inexpensive. New commanders can definitely do it pretty easily. It's just a bit of a trip to get out here. I just wanted to do a quick overview on my ship, the Cricket, which is a Cobra Mark V. This is my exobiology ship, so I have no hard points in it. I got a heatsink launcher, shield booster, heatsink launcher. You also don't particularly need to have those. We go with the lightweight 1A alloys. I put the military grade one on here, screw it. Well, it came with the ship. The 4A power plant, 4A thrusters, 4A SCO frameshift drive, 3D life support, 4A power distributor, 3D sensors, 4C fuel tank. And then in our optional internal, I have the 5H Guardian frameshift drive booster. You do not need to have this, but getting an extra 10 light year jump range is very nice. Got the 4A fuel scoop. I have another 4C fuel tank. Gets me a good chunk of extra range. I have the 4G planetary vehicle hangar, so I can have both a Scarab and a Scorpion. We got our detailed surface scanner. We got a cargo rack, which you don't particularly need, but having a little bit of cargo space is usually useful. We have the 3C bi-weave shield generator. And then we got our Super Cruise Assist, Advanced Docking Computer, and our Advanced Planetary Approach Suite. So pretty simple little build there. And that one, without like a couple of the extra goodies only cost about 13 mil. I'll have the Coriolis link for my ship in the description. Thank you for watching, Commanders. Make sure to always keep your tunnels safe. This is Tunnel Safety Commissioner, signing off.